Hey warriors, Amber here today to walk you through some cozy yoga. We are taking some inspiration from one of our favorite YouTube yoga folks, Yoga with Adrienne. She did a blanket yoga that we really love. We talked about it in one of our recent podcast episodes, so I thought I'd show you my version of that. As you might be able to tell, we're coming out of Thanksgiving, heading into the Christmas holiday. So things are a little crazy. This is a good way to de-stress. So I have my ambiance on. I have my blanket. I am also sitting on a blanket. So I would encourage you to get what you need to make a nice cozy little yoga space for yourself. And we're just going to start in a comfortable position, whatever that is for you today. Whether it's sitting in an easy seat, might be laying down, maybe it's on your knees, whatever feels good for you at this moment to begin your practice. And we're just going to take a minute here to get centered, to kind of bring our mindset into what we're doing here today. So whatever position you're in, we just want to start taking some deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Starting to let go of stressors, let go of worries, kind of bring yourself into your body, into this moment, so that you can focus and do this for yourself. So we're going to take a few more nice deep breaths. Maybe let your eyes closed or let your gaze go soft. Start to let your muscles relax a little. Relax the jaws in your face, the muscles in your jaw and in your face. Maybe set an intention for your practice today or for your holiday season if you're watching this at the holidays. Let's take one more nice deep breath. And exhale. Good. So remember that this is your practice. I want you to get out of it whatever you need. So if at any point a pose isn't working or something doesn't feel good, just stop. You can come back to an easy seated position. You can come into child's pose. You can lay down, whatever feels good for you. I want you to leave this practice feeling relaxed and recentered. So the first thing we're going to do, as always, if you've practiced yoga with us before, is loosen up our spine. So we like to start with some neck circles. So just gently letting your head circle, bringing ears toward the shoulders, letting your chin fall towards your chest, letting your head fall back, being very gentle, and making sure to switch directions. And when you're ready, coming back to center. And we're going to do some torso circles. Same basic concept. We're going to arch forward, lean to the side, round our back, lean to the other side. And this is just to start loosening up the spine, loosening up the hips, getting ready for some nice stretching. Making sure to switch directions, spending time in any areas that feel that they need it. Switching directions as feels right to you. when you're ready, coming back to center. From here, we're going to stretch out the side body. So one hand to your side, and the other hand's just going to reach up overhead. You just want to feel a stretch down the side of your body. Try to keep your shoulder and your arm back next to your ear. We don't want to round forward too much. We want to try and give a straight sideways bend, as far as feels comfortable for you. And then we'll switch sides, hand to the floor, and reaching overhead. Remember to keep taking those nice deep breaths. We're going to go one more time each side. Try and stretch a little further than you did the first time. And switch sides. Nice. Okay, and our final spinal warm-up is a gentle twist. So we're going to place a hand behind us, reach over to your, where are we? Left side. Left hand to your right knee. And we're just going to gently twist and turn your head to look over your back shoulder. Here we want to breathe in to sit up nice and tall. Breathe out to try and find a little more twist. And we'll come back to center and other side. Reach the hand behind. This time right hand to left knee. And we're going to twist, look over that back shoulder. Breathe in to try and find some length. Breathe out to twist a little further. We'll come back to center. Nice. From here, we're going to start opening up the hips a little bit. And move my blanket so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to start with a bound angle. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. I'm still sitting on my blanket because I find that to be a little more comfortable. Provide a little extra stretch. So bring your feet however close feels comfortable for you. We're going to get a stretch in the hips. While I'm here, I usually like to massage my insteps a little bit. And as you feel comfortable, start to hinge forward a little bit. Pull yourself towards your feet just to deepen that stretch if it feels good. Maybe add a little movement. You can always add movement. Love movement. And again, we want this to feel good for you today, so stretch as much or as little as you feel like. It's really about you. So when you're ready, we'll sit up. We're going to stretch one leg out. Bring the opposite foot to the inside of your thigh. And we're just going to reach towards that outstretched foot. And again, as far as you feel comfortable and this feels good, we're just going to stretch the back of that leg. Here, if you have a blanket, a strap, anything, you can also hook it around the bottom of your foot just to help give yourself a little leverage without having to stretch as far. Maybe as we breathe in, we're going to take our last few breaths here. Try to stretch a little bit further. Good. When you're ready, come on back up. And we're going to switch to the other side. Find your comfortable seat again. Like me, constantly adjusting your clothing. We're going to lean forward again towards that outstretched foot. And here again, go ahead and stretch as far as feels comfortable for you today. You can use that strap or a blanket or a towel or whatever you got, a garland, to help reach around that foot if you like. Remember your breathing. You want to take those nice deep breaths in. Try to keep the muscles in your face and your jaw relaxed. This is supposed to be a relaxing practice. And again, as we take our last few breaths with this side, try and sink a little deeper into the stretch. Nice job. So I can come out of there. And from here, we're going to roll onto our hands and knees. Just blanket out of the way. So we're going to move into a tabletop position. We want wrists under our shoulders, hips over knee. And we're going to do a few cat-cow breaths. So we're going to breathe in, drop the belly button towards the floor, arch your back, reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And as we breathe out, we're going to round the back, pull your belly button towards your spine, and let the head drop. You can go at your own pace, breathing in to arch the back, breathing out to round the back. We'll go through a couple more breaths. When you're ready, we'll return to a neutral position. And from here, we're going to drop the hips and lower to the floor. And come up. We're going to lay our feet flat. Hands are under our shoulders. And push up into either a cobra position or a full upward dog. Whatever feels good for you today. Again, maybe add a little movement. And lower down. Take a breath. We're going to come back into our cobra or upward dog. Nice. From here, and bring our knees forward. We're going to move into a child's pose. So you're going to put your big toes together, sit back towards your heels. And you can do child's pose a couple of ways. I like to have a wide stance. It just feels more comfortable for me. You can also take a more narrow stance with your knees closer together. And you're just going to walk your hands forward, bringing your torso and your chest, your head towards the floor. You can let your head rest on the floor. Maybe roll your forehead on your mat. Give it a little massage. Take a nice deep breath. Make sure to keep your face and your jaw relaxed. Nice. When you're ready, we can come out of child's pose. Come back to our tabletop position. From here, we're going to move into our pigeon stretch. So this is a more difficult pose, so take your time coming into it. We're going to move the knee up towards your wrist. Swing your foot out to the opposite edge of your mat. And you're just going to lower down. Slide that back foot out straight behind you. And let your hip come to the floor. If that's not comfortable, if you feel like you're hovering too much, take a blanket or a pillow and just tuck it under your hip. Give you something to sit on. So as you come into this pose, find a nice comfortable position. Make sure you take care of your knee. And if you're comfortable doing so, you can walk your hands forward and start to fold over that front leg. If you'd like, you can take folded up blanket, a pillow, tuck it under your chest to help relax into this pose. Remember your breathing. Try to let muscles relax. This is a really lovely pose to open up hips, but it can be a little much. So if you're starting to feel like this is too much, you can walk your hands back, sit up a little more, and that'll ease some stress on your legs. When you're ready, come on back up to your hands and start to slowly move out of this pose. Draw that leg back. Come back to a tabletop position. And then we're going to move into the other side. So bring your opposite knee up. Kick the foot out. And slide that back leg back. Now, I find, and I've heard the same from a lot of other people, that one side is usually tighter than the other. For me, it's this side. So I am going to take my blanket and tuck it under my hip because I would like for this to be a more relaxing pose today. And that just feels better for me. So again, you can lean forward if that feels good. Find a comfortable position. Make sure you are breathing. That's important. And relaxing muscles where you can. And just let yourself sink into this pose. When you're ready, come out of pigeon. We are going to transition to laying on our backs. So you can move that blanket out of the way. And come right down onto our back. So the first thing I like to do when I come onto my back, well, today the first thing I'm going to do is put my blanket on. But I also like to windshield wiper my legs, especially after pigeon, where I've kept them pretty tense. This just feels nice. It's a good way to loosen up the hips again. And from here, hug them in my chest. I'm going to let my right leg come down long, and let my left knee come over and drop towards the floor. If you'd like, again, you can have your blanket, your pillow. You can let your knee rest on that pillow if that's more comfortable. Let your left arm come out straight to the other side. And if you don't have a microphone on, you can let your head and your gaze fall to the left side. And again, breathe, relax into this spinal stretch. And when you're ready, bring the legs back up. Give them a little hug again. Let the left leg come out straight. And the right knee's going to fall to the side this time. I blink back. That was nice. And when you're ready, I'll bring both feet flat to the ground. I'll bring the ankle of your right leg to your left knee. And from here, you can vary the amount of stretch. If this is a stretch, great. Hang out there. If you want a little more, you can wrap your hands behind your thigh and pull your knee in towards your chest, or even around the outer part of your leg. Let yourself relax, let yourself breathe. And when you're ready, We'll switch legs, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. And again, pulling the knee into the chest if that's comfortable, leaving your foot on the ground if that's comfortable, whatever's feeling good. As long as you keep breathing, letting the muscles in our face and jaw relax. When you're ready, we can release. Both feet back to the floor. From here, we're going to do a few breaths of happy baby. So bring your knees towards your chest and then reach through to whatever feels comfortable. Maybe that's your ankles, maybe it's your big toe, maybe it's the outside of your foot. And you just want to bring the soles of your feet towards the ceiling and your knees to the outside of your chest. Maybe you rock a little movement. It's always nice. If that doesn't feel good, you can also just bring your feet together and get a little stretch that way as well. Take one more nice big breath. And the last pose we're going to do before we relax is feet in the air, or if you have a wall handy, feet along the wall or legs up the wall. I just really like this pose. It's a nice relaxing pose. You can pull your legs in towards your chest to get a little extra stretch. If you want, you could even throw a blanket over your feet, make yourself a little fort. From here, let the feet come back down. Maybe one last little windshield wiper. And then go ahead and get comfy for our Savasana, our corpse pose, our nap time, whatever you're feeling or need. Maybe you get a blanket or a pillow, rest on your head, get your blanket on. Find a nice relaxing pose. Maybe hands are on your belly, maybe hands are on your heart, laying by your side, whatever feels good and comfortable for you today. Let your eyes close, let your gaze soften. We're just going to relax. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. This is a time that a lot of people find challenging. This is when our minds start to really wander. We want to try and pull them back. Stay in this moment. Let yourself relax and absorb your practice today. Relax the muscles in your face, your jaw. Relax the muscles in your neck and your shoulders, down through your arms and your fingers. Release any muscles that you're tensing in your core, your hips. Relax the muscles in your legs, your feet, your toes. Let it all go. If you're ready, start wiggling your fingers and toes. If you're not ready, stay in Savasana as long as you need to. When you're ready, take a big stretch, wiggle your fingers and toes. Start to come back up. And I'll finish our practice. Oops. In the seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was a relaxing session for you. It was for me. And we'll see you next time. Namaste.